Hello, my name's Michelle. Welcome back to another video today. I'm a reflexologist and I like to make videos on reflexology and how you can help yourself by practicing on yourself. So in today's video I want to talk about how you can actually make your period shorter or speed your period up when you're on your period. So you may want to do this for a number of reasons. Some people just suffer with long periods, you know, they just go on for a long time, maybe up to 7 days, and after a while you're just thinking, oh my god, when is this actually going to end? Like, when I just feel like it's going on forever, and then it's like a week of every month, and it just seems like such a long time to be on your period for, and it can just stop you from doing some of the things you want to do. So sometimes you just want to make it go a bit quicker, or you may not suffer with long periods, but on a one-off occasion you may find that you're going away on a weekend away, or you have an activity and you just want to make sure that you don't want to be on your period when that time comes. So I've got a couple of techniques. There's a point on your hand and a point on your foot that can help to speed up your period, and I find it very effective. I do this on myself most months because I tend to have quite long periods, and sometimes I'm like, oh, it's just going on for so long and I just want it to end. So it's quite a nice way to just help yourself, just to move it along a bit. I just want to make a quick note that if your periods are really long, maybe over 7 days, and they're really heavy and painful, I would suggest going to the doctor just to rule out any underlying conditions you may have, like fibroids or other conditions like that that can cause your periods to be really heavy and long. But otherwise, feel free to use these tips, and I hope you find them helpful. Once I've shown you the hand and foot reflexology points, I will then talk about some other ways that you can help to shorten your period too. So a combination of the reflexology and doing the other tips that I tell you, I personally find is very beneficial, so I hope that you will too. And yeah, so I will show you the hand points and the foot points now. So the reflexology points I'm going to be showing you is the uterus point on the hand and the foot. So the uterus point, I've shown this in a few other videos before, so you may recognise this if you've seen my other videos. But your uterus point is located, you'll feel 2 dips in your wrist, just here, and your uterus is located in the dip which is closest to your thumb. So what I like to do is just work this point here in a clockwise direction. I find that when you work it in a clockwise direction, it's almost like turning the reflex point on. So what you want is the uterus to be working to the best of its ability, and by working the reflex points helps to stimulate the reflex and to just help it work how it should do. So you have the reflex point just here on your wrist, and I just like to work that, and you can work it with your other thumb just like this. And I would do this for, say, a few times a day when you're on your period for a few minutes at a time. I just find that when I'm on my period and I do this, I'm just throughout the day, whenever I remember, I just work it. Then you've got the uterus point on the other side too, so on the side of your thumb in that dip, and you work that in a clockwise direction too, just like the other side. So again, just as often as you can throughout the day once you've started your period. And yeah, so you just work it. So those are the 2 hand uterus points on the dip each side of your wrists, and I would just work this point. I find personally that this is the most effective for me, so have a go and let me know what you think. And now I will show you the reflex points on the feet that you can work. So now I'm going to show you the uterus area on the foot. So this is located on your inner ankle area, just around here. So I would just work this whole area just around here, so you definitely get the uterus point, because everyone's uterus point is located slightly different on the foot, but if you work this whole area you'll definitely get it. So what you want to do, like I said before with the hand reflex, is work it in a clockwise direction. So get your thumb and just work with a firm pressure Not too firm that it hurts, but enough that you can feel it. And you work like this in this area. So usually I would work my hand points more throughout the day, and then when I'm at home or I'm watching TV or I've got easy access to my feet, I will work this point as well as the hand reflexes. So you just want to be working it like this. And then you want to go on to the next foot. So I just like to sit on the end of my bed and prop it up. It's up to you really how you want to do it. So my foot's propped up and the uterus point is located in exactly the same position on the other foot, so on the inside of your ankle. And you just want to do exactly the same. So work it with fairly firm pressure, clockwise direction with your thumb, and just work it exactly like you did on the other foot. So again, for a few minutes, for a few times a day. And that's it. So the other tips that I mentioned that you can use alongside the reflexology points are, number one is to do light exercise. So you want to make sure that you're doing lots of walking or perhaps yoga and stretching. This just helps the uterus to flow and all the blood to flow out of you naturally. Whereas if you say you're sitting down or lying down most of the day, your body's quite stagnant and your uterus area isn't getting any exercise or isn't really moving around, and it can just delay your period from just kind of releasing as fast as it should. So my second tip is to use pads or menstrual cups instead of tampons. So tampons actually block the flow. They're soaking up the blood, but the blood isn't able to release naturally. What you really want is with pads and menstrual cups is that your blood flow is just flowing out of you like it should do, rather than being soaked up and being blocked by a tampon. Another great tip, and an obvious one, is to stay hydrated. Not only is this amazing for your body, but it just helps things to flush out of your body. So really you want to be drinking around 1.5 to 2 litres. It really depends on your body weight and your height, but roughly you want to be drinking about that much a day. So it's really important to stay hydrated, and it just helps to keep your hormones regulated, helps to flush out any old hormones that may be causing some stagnation within your body. So my fourth tip is to keep heat to the area. So not only can this help if you've got some menstrual cramps or some pains during your period, it can also help to keep the blood flowing there, to keep all the uterus nourished. So hot water bottles or baths, anything like that, just to help keep that area really nice and warm. So those are my tips on how to shorten your period and make your period go faster. I really hope you find them useful. Please let me know if you try the reflexology points and you try these tips, and let me know if they work for you. I personally find that they are really effective for me anyway. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Please let me know if you've got any questions at all, or if you have any extra tips that I've not told you about in this video. I'd love to know them, and I will see you in my next video. Thanks very much. Bye.